sea has forgotten which way is heaven or is lost to the deep. Steerboard shattered, 40 souls on a dragon's ribs, and the North Sea doesn't care. The waves bite into the hull like wolves at a dying stag. Each crash a question, each groan an answer. We don't give, we can't give, but the deep asks anyway. How long can men pretend they weren't made for land? I see their faces in the spray, my mother's hand shaping bread, my father's laugh over stolen mead, my wife's back turning to sleep, the child I held once, whose name I carry, whose face I'm forgetting. Salt washes everything clean. The man beside me, we broke bread in Uppsala. Now he grips the same timber and does not know my name. The sea is taking even that. The stories we told, the songs we shared one by one. Over the side, where do men go when the water has them? Does Odin reach beneath the waves, or do we just sing? Do we just sing? Does the hallway, does the fire burn for those the sea has earned? 3 days or 3 years, time drowns differently out here. The man who prayed to Thor now whispers to his mother. The man who never prayed now makes promises to anything. I promise, if I see the fire again, if I taste bread again, if I hold her again, I will believe in everything. The sea bites deeper, not content to take our ship. It wants our souls, wants us to forget that we were ever warm, that we ever laughed, that we ever thought we would die in bed, surrounded by suns. Then a wing against the gray, small seen the deep and turned back. For those who carry the salt in their lungs, for those who remember the bird, the bird, the stand on solid ground now, fire at my back, bread in my hands, names on my tongue again. But the truth sits heavier than any wave I faced. The sea didn't break me, I broke myself. There on that timber, gripping next to him, I let him go before the water did. I stopped seeing his face, I stopped hearing his voice. I told myself it was the cold, it was the fear, it was the sea. But it was me. I was the one who let the story sink. I was the one who stopped remembering. The sea just watched, the sea just waited. I drowned before the water, I surrendered before the fight. My ancestors are weeping, not because I died, but because I chose to. My father's father, he who walked through fire, he who lost everything and still sang at dawn. What would he say to see his son alive on land but dead inside before the wave even came? He would say nothing, he would just look, and his silence would be worse than any storm. I called it survival, I called it protecting my heart, I called it wisdom to stop loving, to stop remembering, to stop feeling. But wisdom doesn't feel like this. Wisdom doesn't leave you alive on land, wishing the sea had taken you, so you wouldn't have to face what you became to stay alive. I was the one who let the story sink. I was the one who stopped remembering. The sea just watched, the sea just waited. I drowned before the water, I surrendered before the fight. My ancestors are weeping, not because I died, but because I chose to. He is alive, the man beside me. We broke bread in Uppsala. I saw him yesterday in the village. He looked at me, and for a moment I saw him remember. Then he looked away and walked on. He remembers that I forgot him. That is the scar I gave him, deeper than any wave could. But there is always next time. There is always another storm, another ship, another man beside me, gripping the same timber. And next time, I will love until my body burns. I will remember until my mind breaks. I will feel until there is nothing if their son learned what the sea could not teach. Next time, I will be weak differently. I will fail forward, I will fall, and then I will rise and grip the timber and know his name until the very end. The bird came, the bird always comes, but the bird doesn't save you, he'll save you. Next time, there is always next time. For those who survive themselves, for those who get another chance, for those who will grip tighter next time. I am not the man who gripped the timber, young and afraid, forgetting his brother's name. I am the man who lived past that, the one who got to watch what the sea leaves behind. I have been crushed so many times, I've lost count of the crushing, but I remember what each one taught me. The first time I thought I would die, the second time I wished I would, the third time I stopped counting and started watching what remained after each wave passed. Something did remain, something always remained. Smaller, denser, quieter, but still gripping. What didn't kill me didn't make me stronger, not at first. First it made me less sure, less whole, less willing to love. But I kept showing up to the next wave, and the next, and the next. And somewhere in the showy strength found me, not because I asked, because I stayed. I have seen men break, good men, brave men, men who deserved better. They didn't break because the wave was too big. They broke because they believed that after the wave they would be the same. I am not the same, I will never be the same. The sea took parts of me and gave them back. My hands are not the hands that first quit the timber. They are older, more scarred, slower, but they grip better now. They know what they're holding. There is a man I meet in the quiet moments between waves. He is not young, he is not whole, he is not unafraid, but he is still here, still watching, still gripping, still willing to know the name of the man beside him. I did not become him by surviving, I became him by surviving and noticing, by letting each crushing teach me something about what matters. What didn't kill me gave me something better than strength. It gave me knowing The young think strength is loud. The old know. The old know. It's just showing up again and again and again until showing up is all you are and all you need to be. I am still here, the wave is coming. I am still here. I will grip the timber